Hey, coaches. So by now, we've thoroughly canvassed the subject where we understand that emotions are heavily connected to our behaviors and the way we think, what we are able to focus on, how productive we can be, and even the sense of fulfillment we have. With Sean Akers' work, it is a valuable lesson for us that we can bring over into a coaching space, whether by sending them video content, referring to the book and Sean Akers' work and similar work from positive psychology that points at the value of positive thinking and priming our thoughts and choosing intentionally to focus on the positive in order to prepare for better thinking and better outcomes. In today's session, we're going to be looking at some habits we can introduce, whether we refer to them if needed, if they're brought up from a client that really wants to work on becoming more positive, more resilient, or just as something we can sprinkle into the overall experience. At times within a coaching relationship, at the end of a session, there might not be a very clear action to take other than thinking about what was brought up in the session or contemplating what might be the best next step for their professional lives or personal lives. In this type of scenario, it can be a great opportunity to share something like the power of happiness and positive habits that build our awareness around what we can be happy about. Like we saw with Sean Akers' work and other works from positive psychology, happiness, the sense of joy, the sense of positivity, not just heads in the sand positivity, but well-grounded happiness, has a direct impact on our productivity, our longevity, the ability to think creatively and see opportunities. There are loads of benefits to a more positive attitude, especially one that is founded upon reality and facts. And these happiness habits that we can introduce here are a way that we can offer our clients some exercise, some stretching of their happiness muscles to prime their creative thinking that they need to demonstrate, whether it's between the sessions or even during the session. So let's dig into these. So first one is a daily or regularly scheduled gratitude moment where we write down 3 things that we're grateful for from that day. And this is based on the idea that it takes just about 3 memories or ideas, calling those to mind in order to, in some ways, wash away the impact of a negative event or negative thought. There's a good benefit to regularly, maybe daily, setting aside some time to just jot down or recall 3 things from the day we're grateful for. The second one is somewhat similar, just journaling the greatest experience of each day. What was the best part of the day? Of course, this is very much tied to what we could be grateful for, and we could just tie those practices together and offer them that way, or co-create an exercise with the clients, and that might be a combination of these 2 concepts. The third one is exercise and engage the body. We cannot separate behavior and the physical from what's going on in the emotional state. So anytime we are coaching around exercise, one of the things we get to do there is to highlight the value that this individual is going to be able to experience and explore that value as it relates to happiness and the ability to leverage happiness for better creativity and thinking. Fourth, practice meditation, practice breathing, practice controlling and guiding one's thoughts, emptying our busy mind from what has to be done, or input, and just resting our minds a little bit each day. And finally, having some sort of practice for a random act of kindness per week. It might be random for those who perceive it, but we can support our clients by helping them create some sort of regularly scheduled random act of kindness that they can perform for someone else. All 5 of these have research behind them. And as a coach, you can work with your clients to see which of these might be the best fit for their schedule, for what they most want. And we can always point to the value and the impact of each of these. Now, as a coach, there's always benefits of taking our own medicine. So just like it can be valuable for the client to have these happiness habits in place, it's good for us as well. We might get into this with our practice coaching this week, but consider which of these habits you might most like to implement into your own schedule to support your own creativity, your own focus, your ability to coach others well. We need to be aware and do what we can proactively to manage the inside so that it doesn't get in the way of our outside demonstration of coaching and step into the space of our client's coaching session. So think about these habits for yourself, bring them to your coaching clients as little bonus exercises. And of course, if there's any time where the agenda is focused on, oh, how do I get in the right mindset? These happiness habits can be a great little cherry on top of the dessert to offer ways of improving the likelihood of success or creating more fulfillment through whatever experiment or challenge or opportunity the client is pursuing. Thank you for reaching out to your clients and giving them your best self as a coach and considering your own happiness as part of that experience. Thank you for coaching.